DSM Living with Wendy Wen, Melanie Hall, and Sharon Rooney.
Welcome to DSM Living. I'm Melanie Hall, and today we have a wonderful show in store for you. We're here at Grace Lake. It's a beautiful day, and up next, I'm going to be taking a sailing lesson.
We're bringing a simple summer favorite out to the grill today with grilled stuffed zucchini boats.
Ron, the car guy from Westside Auto Pros, is back with more gas-saving tips.
Coming up on DSM Living, we're shopping at the Urbandale Home Depot for heating and cooling systems with Bob Oliver.
Coming up on DSM Living, I'm going to show you how to create this funky lampshade. Coming up, we're heading to a home in Urbandale that was remodeled by KC Handyman. Up next, let's dress up your summer barbecue. We'll show you how. Welcome to another segment of Ask Ron the Car Guy. Now, Ron, I've got a great question for you today, and this comes from Angie. She writes, "Dear RCG," that's Ron the Car Guy.
Course.
Whenever I take my car into the shop for service, I know that the guy will come out at some point and show me a dirty air filter. It doesn't matter if I was there 6 months ago or 6 days ago. I know the whole dirty versus clean air filter thing is coming. It can't get dirty that fast. I'm just afraid he's trying to sell me something. Is he trying to pull a fast one, or does the filter really get that dirty?
You know what, Angie? I can help you with that.
Ron, I'm glad, because I must admit this happens to me all the time too, and I don't know whether to replace the filter or not.
You know, Melanie, the air filter is probably one of the most important pieces of safety equipment on your car.
What do you mean by safety equipment for an air filter?
An air filter is designed to keep all the air that the engine breathes clean. So if we put it in terms of gas mileage, for every 1 gallon of gas that your car burns, it also took 15 gallons of air that came through this filter. And the job of this filter is to keep the pollutants, the dirt, the dust, all the stuff in the air from getting inside your engine, where it can turn to grit and it can damage stuff inside the engine. So a dirty air filter is unsafe to your engine. It will also rob you of fuel mileage.
I had no idea. So it really doesn't matter how long the air filter has been in there. It's just about our driving conditions then?
Exactly. There's no mileage replacement for an air filter. There's not an interval.
Okay.
It's how you drive and where you drive. If you go through an area that has a lot of road construction, or if you live on a gravel road, or drive by fields where there's pollen or cottonwood trees, all that stuff gets trapped in the air filter, and if it becomes restricted, the car doesn't breathe as well. And if it doesn't breathe, you're using more gas. A clean air filter will maximize your fuel mileage.
That makes perfect sense. And Angie, that's a great question. It's a question I had too. So Ron, if our viewers have other questions, what can they do?
Go to www.askronthecarguy.com. You can submit your questions there.
And if we use your questions on the air, Ron will send you a free 4-pack of oil changes from Westside Auto Pros. Experience the Des Moines lifestyle at your fingertips. Introducing DSM Living magazine. DSM Living is trendy, local, functional, and available on your iPad. Download DSM Living magazine from the App Store today and enter to win $500. And remember to tune in Sunday mornings at 11 on ABC5.
We're bringing a simple summer favorite out to the grill today with grilled stuffed zucchini boats. I'm Whitney with Fareway and Sensible Health. Let's get started. We're gonna start with 4 zucchini, and I'm making my zucchini boats as a meal and not a side dish or an appetizer. I've picked 4 larger zucchinis and try to get them all about the same size. So to make these into a boat, we're gonna cut these lengthwise down the middle, and then scoop out the flesh of your zucchini and leave about 1/4 to 1/2 inch around the outside. We're gonna stuff our zucchini boats with red peppers and onions that we're gonna throw on the grill too. So we wanna get these sliced so that we can put them on the grill, brush them with oil, and then get a nice char on the outside. For our onions, we want to take off the outside skin as you always would, and then we're going to cut these into quarters, but leave the ends on so that they hold together on the grill. One of the best ingredients in this whole recipe is the sausage that we're going to put inside of our zucchini boats. And I've got two kinds here. You can either go traditional Italian pork sausage, or you can use something that's a little bit lower in saturated fat, like a breakfast turkey sausage. If you're going with these bigger links, you only need about 2 to fill 8 zucchini boats. But if you're using these smaller ones, you'll want to use about 4. So grill these over medium heat for about 15 minutes or until the internal temperature reaches 165 degrees. Our vegetables are also going to take about 15 minutes, so we want to cook these at the same time as our sausages and then flip them halfway through cooking. Everything has been on the grill for about 15 minutes and our zucchini are nice and soft, and I've put them in a disposable aluminum baking dish because we're going to put these back on the grill so that the cheese we put in here has time to melt. And we're going to start with our stuffing, so we have to cut everything up. And if you were making these inside, traditionally you would use ground sausage, but since we're using links, we're going to cut these into strips and then lay these inside of our zucchini boats. Next, we just need to dice our vegetables. Next, we'll add some fresh basil, and I'm just going to tear mine over top and not even take the time to chop it. I'm going to add some crushed red pepper flakes to my zucchini boats, and since I've used Italian pork sausage, I'm not going to need to add very many, but if you're using something like a breakfast turkey sausage or a more mild chicken sausage, you might want to go a little bit heavier with your red pepper flakes. Salt and black pepper to taste. Next, you want to put a few tablespoons of your favorite marinara sauce down inside the boat and try to get it kind of underneath that sausage so it doesn't come out. Lastly, sprinkle your zucchini boats with mozzarella and Parmesan cheese. Next, just cover your aluminum pan with some aluminum foil and throw these back on the grill for about 5 to 10 more minutes until your cheese is melted and bubbly. I've brought an oven classic all the way out to your grill with my simple grilled stuffed zucchini boats. If you want this recipe or any others, you can visit fareway.com. And remember, the most important ingredient in any grilling recipe is family.
Sometimes it's out with the old and in with the new, and this remodeling project done by KC Handyman provides such functionality to this room. Devin, talk to me about this remodel. There seems to be a lot of very unique features. Is there one that's particularly important?
This was a pretty standard split level that you see a lot of in Des Moines, and they really made some minor tweaks to the floor plan that really made it function a lot better.
Devin, can you tell me the difference between Kaufman Construction and KC Handyman?
Kaufman Construction is a very detailed design, build, packaged approach, and KC Handyman, we do everything on a time and material basis. So we give you a time and material estimate, and then we bill you for what it actually cost.
So what is the process like doing a remodel with KC Handyman?
Well, it really varies by project. Some of them you just give us a call, and we come out and do as little as a 15-minute repair or a few hours. And then a project like this is a little bit more detailed. We do a little more planning, but the idea is to keep the planning to a minimum to reduce costs. And these homeowners really knew what they wanted, so we just kind of had to lay out a general plan, and then they worked with our handyman to make sure that it turned out exactly the way they wanted it.
Steve, you must be absolutely thrilled with the final product of this remodel.
We like the work that Kaufman Construction did with our project 8 years ago, and we wanted to use them again. We like their work. We've seen it in several different shows.
Tell us about the floor plan changes that were made.
They weren't big changes, but one change was the functionality of the bar. You access the bar from the back side, and there was a counter on the front side, and there were no cupboards up above. And so you had to go all the way around to the back side to access the sink. And so we turned it completely around, and now as you come in from the back door, from the garage, we have a place to hang coats. And so now it's functionally better for us just to have a place to hang more coats. And then we put the porcelain wood look floor into the entryway and extended it over from the steps. Much easier to clean and keep clean, especially during the winter months. So.
Now, did you use the bar before?
Never.
Do you use it now?
Yeah.
So it seems like just a minor floor plan change can really make a dramatic difference.
It did. We had the vision, and Devin drew up some plans, and this is what came out, and we're very pleased with.
Overall, do you feel that KC Handyman's work was just as much quality as Kaufman Construction?
Oh, it's the same people doing the work, so yeah, it's the same quality.
Well, if people want to get a hold of either Kaufman Construction or KC Handyman, how can they reach you, Devin?
It's easiest to go to either website, kaufmanconstruction.com or kc-handyman.com.
Great, thanks, Devin.
Thank you.
Find us online at dsmliving.com to watch this week's episode, see other videos, and check out what's coming up on future shows.
Hi, I'm Ron the Car Guy from Westside Auto Pros. Here's your trivia question of the week. Stay tuned for the answer when we come back.
I'm Mary Alice Hill, and this is my Chevy Volt.
It's great. I don't even pay attention to gas prices anymore because I don't have to fill up. I like the features, I like the performance, I like the torque of the electricity. You get immediate power from a stop.
It's an environmentally friendly vehicle. I feel like I'm driving the car from the future.
I love this car.
Your dealer for life, Caro Chevrolet.
Experience the Des Moines lifestyle at your fingertips. Introducing DSM Living magazine. DSM Living is trendy, local, functional, and available on your iPad. Download DSM Living magazine from the App Store today and enter to win $500. And remember to tune in Sunday mornings at 11 on ABC5.
The correct answer is C. Have car questions that need answers? Call Westside Auto Pros at 225-9090.
Are you looking for a fun, easy, and inexpensive way to dress up your summer barbecue? Well, I have the answer for you. First, we're going to make some placemats, and you can get some fabric at your local Hobby Lobby store. Now, I chose the chevron pattern, and this is kind of trendy and hip this year, but you can choose any pattern that would match your outdoor barbecue style. So, I'm going to open up the yard of fabric, and a yard of fabric will create about 6 placemats. And you want to grab a ruler and a colored piece of chalk. So you want to measure about 12 inches this way, and the width will be about 15 inches or so. Now, the great thing about this is it doesn't have to be just perfect. Okay, then you just want to cut your placemat out. I'm so excited, this is going to be fantastic. All right, so we have our placemat cut, and this is what it looks like. Now, I love to fold napkins and come up with different kinds of folds, and I've got a great napkin style and fold that's super easy. If you grab a bandana, and you can get these again at Hobby Lobby, they're about 99 cents, and just fold the bandana in half, and then you want to fold it up about 3/4 of the way there, and then fold it again one more time. Just come up to the fold that you originally made. Now the next thing is you turn it over, so this is kind of where it gets tricky, to the other side, and you want to fold it about 1/3 over, and again fold it 1/3 over. Now you want to make sure you can find the little pocket part here to tuck it in. That's going to hold the napkin together. And then this is what it looks like. Now this is perfect, especially if you're using plastic silverware, because you can just put the silverware right in the pocket so it doesn't blow away. And just, you can sneak the silverware right in there. And then I like to decorate it a little bit more, and I have some twine that I already cut to tie it in a bow here. So put the twine around here This is gonna be so cute. People will be so amazed at your barbecue. They will think this took a lot of time. You can just let them think that, right? And then you can just tie it in a bow. All right, so we'll put on the plates and the silverware, and then you can just use a mason jar and a colored straw, and there you go. It's perfect. Now, if you want to check this out again, you can go to dsmliving.com or go to our Facebook page and let us know what you think. Happy barbecuing.
We're at the Urbandale Home Depot store talking about heating and cooling our homes. And hey, hi Bob.
Hi Sharon.
Bob Oliver of Bob Oliver Heating and Air Conditioning. How are you?
Doing good today. We're at the Home Depot today in Urbandale and wanting to talk about ductless air conditioning and heating in your home. This can be used in additions, areas that never have heated or cooled properly. And we have a really great team up here with the Home Depot and Mitsubishi electric units, the most efficient units really in the world. And these can be installed into your home and virtually change your atmosphere inside your home immediately.
Well, Bob, you seem to really believe in this new system. Tell us what makes it so wonderful.
Well, really, it's Mitsubishi is one of the best products out there. It's #1 in the world for supplying mid-split systems in homes. And of course, we're doing it ductless. And one of the biggest things that we battle here in North America on the heat side is our natural gas costs. These run off electric and they're the most efficient units out there. And so that's one of the big reasons there is you can reduce your fuel costs.
And what about size? So this goes up higher on the wall. Maybe that's more efficient too, but it doesn't run all the way around the baseboard like what we're used to seeing.
Right, and that's true. This is a slimline outdoor unit here that would be outside. It's 35 inches wide, 12 inches in depth. So it's a very small unit outdoors. Our 35.5-inch head here is actually primarily colored to match any rooms in your home. And the big thing with it is it does go up high, and we're taking a lot of that heat that's in the home or cool air and transferring it into places where it usually stays, and we can get out and start mixing the air better.
That sounds very energy efficient.
It is, and the best thing that really teams up here is they have a 7-year parts and labor warranty that goes along with this install, which is huge. Typical brands will run you 2 years on the parts, 6 years on a compressor. Having 7 years is just the ultimate thing, and it only happens when you partner up with the Mitsubishi and the Home Depot.
Okay, a great partnership then.
You bet, and we're proud to install it for them.
We're talking with Pat Ryan, who's the manager of the Urbandale Home Depot. What kind of questions do people come up with about the heating and cooling?
Sure, well, one of the things they come up with first of all is how can I afford this? And at the Home Depot we've got great financing. That's one of the biggest questions they have, because lots of times when customers come in, they've either been putting off this job for a long time or they've got a problem. It's stopped and it's 100 degrees out or it's 10 below. Okay, so if you just walk in here, we'll take you right up to the service desk. We'll get you in touch with Bob Oliver and you'll be able to speak to him and set up an appointment. Lots of times that's what customers like, because it's an immediate reaction versus, well, when is somebody really going to call me? So that works really well. If you come into the Home Depot, we can hook you up with Bob Oliver and go from there.
Bob, how can people learn more about this ductless heating and cooling system?
It's really easy. When you're doing your shopping at the Home Depot, you can just stop in, talk to any one of the friendly Home Depot people in the store, or you can call 1-800-HOME DEPOT or look them up on homedepot.com.
Okay, a lot of great information. Thanks so much, Bob Oliver Heating and Air Conditioning and Home Depot.
Experience the Des Moines lifestyle at your fingertips. Introducing DSM Living magazine. DSM Living is trendy, local, functional, and available on your iPad. Download DSM Living magazine from the App Store today and enter to win $500. And remember to tune in Sunday mornings at 11 on ABC5. It's a beautiful day. We're here at Grays Lake and we've got sailboats behind us. What more can we ask for? And this is Lois Dixon. She's the Executive Director of the Sailorville Yacht Club Sailing School. Lois, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here. What a great day.
It is. We've got a great day to sail. I think we're going to get on the boat a little bit later, huh?
We are,
awesome.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, can you tell me a little bit about the Sailorville Yacht Club Sailing School?
Yes, well, we started about 6 years ago with some of us interested sailors that wanted to bring sailing instruction to the, the central Iowa area. And so several of us became trained, and we've built from there, and it's just growing, and it's been a great addition to our, to our community.
So are you an instructor?
I am an instructor, yes.
Do you mind if we take a little lesson today?
You want to take a lesson?
That sounds great.
Oh, great.
All right, ready to launch.
As you face forward, the right side of the boat is called starboard.
Starboard.
The left side is called port. And why that's important, because there's rules of the road that you have to remember which way the wind is coming. And one thing about sailing, it's all about the wind.
Okay.
It's all about the wind. So first of all, you have to identify where the wind is coming from, and you kind of feel, you can look at flags, you can look at feel your hair.
Okay.
So it's basically, or look at other boats. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go out and do a little tacking and jibing.
Tacking and jibing.
Okay, a tack is a turn.
Okay.
A turn in the water is the turn into the winds. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna need some extra line today. Okay, and our rudders are down. That's important to have our rudders down and locked in.
Okay.
So this is your steering. It's like a tiller.
Oh.
Okay, sheet in the sail.
Okay, so what now?
Sheet in, meaning pull that.
In. Okay.
Okay, you wanna grab the tiller?
Okay.
Let's do a tack. Okay, now we roll to the other side. You gotta be a little maybe quicker.
A little bit quick,
We
yeah.
could try to tighten that up a little. Okay, you've just done your first tack.
Oh my God.
Good. Okay, now straighten out your rudders. Hello, she's doing great.
Are you ready?
Yes, ready.
Okay, so push it all the way over
Push the tiller
there.
towards the sail. Good job. Come on.
By blowing it a little bit.
Yeah, keep holding it over. Back it off just a little bit.
Okay.
Good job. A jibe is with the wind behind us.
Okay.
So now pull the tiller away from the sail. Keep going, away from the sail. Good job, good job.
How do people move so quickly over?
Okay, well, a lot of it is just practice and balance.
Okay.
And look at, you just did a jibe.
That's great.
You've done a tack and a jibe.
Well, now we don't have wind. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, there's our wind. Okay, let's just steer. We're gonna go up here.
Okay.
See, now you've slowed down a little bit. You're under control. So now if you want to go faster, you just pull it a little bit. See how you're picking up speed?
Sure.
Now you're controlling your own speed by that way.
Okay.
Preparing to jibe.
Preparing to jibe.
Ready. Okay.
Okay.
Tiller away
Are
from
you
the
sure
sail.
you're ready?
I'm
for
ready.
this one? All right, here we go.
Here we go. Hold it over, hold it over. Keep going. Yeah. Good job.
That was
Nice! Woohoo! Is that fun or what?
Good job, Lois. Lois, that was so much fun. Thank you. If someone wants to take a lesson or get a hold of you, what can they do?
Well, they can go to our website at sycss.org, and there's schedules for classes for children, for adults, for youth, for any ages, any levels. So
Great.
Yeah.
And I know you guys love to sail too, huh?
We do.
Awesome.
Follow DSM Living on Facebook and Twitter to see behind-the-scenes photos and find out what events are going on in and around Des Moines.
Now you guys know how much I love those simple, easy DIYs. So today, I've got another one for you. You just need a few things: a hot glue gun, a lampshade, a scissors, and some twine. Now this is so easy to do, and it really can give your house, actually different rooms, a new look. And the great thing about these lampshades are you can find them anywhere. Actually, we picked this one up at Goodwill. It was just a few dollars. And as you can see, it's kind of dirty, so it needs a little work, and that's exactly what we're gonna do today. So the first step is to get your hot glue gun and just put one little dot of hot glue at the edge of the lampshade. And then you're gonna take your twine and you're gonna just press it down there for a couple seconds and let it dry. All right, I think that feels pretty good. We're gonna grab that hot glue gun again and put another little dot. And take the twine and press it down again. Now this first part is probably the most tedious part of doing this, but I promise you it will be worth it when you get finished. You're going to want to make sure the twine is rolling up on me a little bit, so you're going to want to make sure you push it way down to the edge there. So when you get around it once, or you could even do twice, since this is a bigger lampshade, I'm just going to do it once. You can put down the hot glue gun and make sure it's on there pretty good. And then you can, this is the easy part here. Then you just wrap it around. Try to pull it pretty tight. But the cool thing about this is having the color peek in gives it a little character. All right, it looks like we are getting to the last row, so this is where the hot glue comes in handy again. You want to make sure you dab it just a little bit, and like before, you can put it every about 1.5 to 2 inches. I think we are done. All right, I'm going to grab my scissors. Cool, and I love the texture. Wow, this is just really gonna change your lamp. And you know what? We bought the bottom of the lamp at Goodwill too, and this is gonna look so cool with the green color. So you can just put that right on there. Wow, pretty awesome if you ask me. So if you want to check out this DIY project, you can go to our website at dsmliving.com, or if you have any other ideas or some suggestions, give us a shout out on Facebook. That's our show for today. Thanks for watching. We're taking a break next week, but be sure to tune in the following week for a brand new episode of DSM Living. And don't forget to download our free DSM Living magazine from the App Store. I'm Melanie Hall. Have a great rest of the weekend.
Host apparel by Francesca's, located in Jordan Creek Mall in West Des Moines.
Follow DSM Living on Facebook and Twitter to see behind-the-scenes photos and find out what events are going on in and around Des Moines. If you want to see your company or event on DSM Living, head over to our website and fill out a simple form, or shoot us an email to info@dsmliving.com.
I'm going to, sorry. Lastly, we're going to sprinkle, that's not what I was saying.
Today is our 5th anniversary of this store opening up.
Next time, if that happens again, go, see, people are screaming about it already.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. And so don't miss out.
Often, as you can see, I put them in minutes or until the cheese is warmly. I nailed that one.
You did, all the way.
I nailed that one.